WNBA players are irate about how much money they get paid. They all think they should be making LeBron James money. They certainly think, A'ja Wilson's the best player in that league. I think she makes around $225,000. They certainly want to make more money than that.
A startling turn of events. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world and a tech tycoon, has made Caitlin Clark an incredible $10 million endorsement agreement offer. But this could change. In a time of social media and technological investments, sports endorsement.
WNBA players are irate about how much money they get.
Have you heard the latest events? Elon Musk. Yes. Elon Musk recently announced a $10 million endorsement deal with Caitlin Clark. This isn't just any deal. It's a game changer that has the WNBA reeling. The reason for this is that it shows how valuable women's basketball can be. But the real question is this the end of the WNBA as we know it? Musk has publicly supported the Indiana Fever star, and the deal also emphasizes Clark's rising popularity in sports and the fact that she is the biggest star in women's sports. Let's take a moment to consider this. Caitlin Clark isn't just any player. She's been breaking records left and right in the WNBA, and now with Elon Musk backing her, things are about to get real interesting. You might be wondering, what does this mean for the future of women's basketball? Musk's endorsement has been overwhelmingly positive, with fans and analysts celebrating the partnership. Social media is ablaze with encouraging posts, many of which compliment Musk for his dedication to advancing women's sports. This is where things get really exciting, though. This deal is about more than just money. It's about demonstrating to the world that women's basketball is important. And you know what? It might be the beginning of something big. Are we seeing the beginning of a new era in women's sports, where players receive the respect and compensation they deserve? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The game is changing, and it's changing quickly.
Let me explain. The collective bargaining agreement for the WNBA is likely going to expire on October 31st, 2025. I believe their players, their union, has a chance to opt out of their CBA November 1st. They can opt out of the CBA, which would mean it would end October 31st, 2025. That's next year. This is likely to happen. These WNBA players are irate about how much money they get paid. Overseas, playing in some foreign league right now because they don't make enough money during the WNBA season to take care of themselves at the level they want to for all year. They're already playing in rival leagues.
I'm honored to propose to her a $10 million endorsement to help fund her endeavors. I'm with you, Caitlin Clark. This announcement signals Musk's significant foray into the sports endorsement market and the beginning of a new trend in which tech entrepreneurs are increasingly identifying and funding athletic talent. While you might assume that Caitlin Clark's deal is a no-brainer for women's basketball, what if it's actually paving the way for a significant upheaval? The WNBA is facing a significant issue, and it all boils down to cold hard cash. Are we going to see a revolution in women's sports? The implications of this endorsement are significant. It not only gives Clark the tools she needs to advance her career, but also increases her prominence as a leading athlete. In a statement, "This endorsement means the world to me and gives me the opportunity to further my career," Clark said, expressing her joy and thanks.
They're already playing in rival league. Why not start a rival league? Now, there's two ways to do it. You could have a rival league that operates during the summer up against the WNBA, or you could have a rival league that starts now.
Is generating news. Can you believe that A'ja Wilson, one of the best players in the WNBA, only earns about $225,000 while the majority of players are barely making ends meet? Yes, you heard correctly. There is a significant tension between the stars and the typical player. The gap is enormous.
Here's the carrot on top. You give these women a piece of the ownership of the league. Now they've made real history.
Okay, so $225,000 isn't exactly pocket change, but when you consider what male players are earning, it's a pittance. We're talking about a small portion of what NBA players make, and this is where things become very interesting. A lot of WNBA players are tired of this circumstance. The collective bargaining agreement that establishes the guidelines for player salaries is set to expire on October 31, 2025, but if the players choose to opt out, we could be facing a work stoppage. Yes, the entire league could come to a halt. These WNBA players are so angry about their pay that they are thinking about doing just that.
While playing, never had an ownership stake in the league. We did that. And then once you get them focused on, hey, we're just here to play basketball.
Why are they prepared to go to such lengths? Well, it's a simple hint. These athletes are fed up with their inability to earn a livable salary from their sport, and they watch as athletes like Caitlin Clark land big endorsement deals while they are struggling to make ends meet. It is generating a ready-to-explode powder keg of dissatisfaction. Since the WNBA season's revenue is insufficient to support their desired lifestyle, many WNBA players are currently competing in international leagues abroad.
Why not start a rival league? And now, there's two ways to do it. You could have a rival league that operates during the summer up against the WNBA, or you could have a rival league that starts now, right here in America. And so you tell these ladies, I just saw Camila Cardosa, I can't remember what country she was flying off to go play. Maybe it was China, I can't remember. But you think Camila wouldn't say, oh, I don't have to leave the country and I can play basketball and I can get paid to play in the XX?
They are already participating in rival leagues without choosing to do so. It is a requirement. This circumstance emphasizes the disparity in funding between women's basketball and the possibility of a different league that could better serve their needs.
Read it everywhere. Most people think they're going to opt out, and many people believe there's going to be a work stoppage over this money issue. A work stoppage.
You know what's really interesting is that some players are even claiming they should be paying LeBron James. That may seem absurd at first, but consider this. These women are top-tier athletes who are giving their all, so why shouldn't they receive fair compensation?
Caitlin Clark and other WNBA players will listen to an Elon Musk. They need leverage in their negotiations with the WNBA. Just for the leverage, they would sit down and meet with Elon Musk and his business partners. Just for the leverage that creates. Once they sit down, can Elon Musk and his business partners present a better vision of basketball? Can they present something that makes more economic sense?
Fair compensation is one thing, but what about a total overhaul of women's basketball? Imagine a league where players earn millions of dollars, own stakes, and control all of the decisions. The 20 League is poised to append everything we previously believed to be true about women's sports.
Clark. We have fans that clearly want to see Caitlin Clark. There's people right now making plans to watch Caitlin Clark play golf in a pro-am. Caitlin Clark is the strongest force in content, in television content, in broadcasting content. Everybody benefits wherever Caitlin Clark shows up. She's going to be the Taylor Swift of sports.
You may be wondering, what is this XX League? Well, it's a possible rival to the WNBA that has everyone talking. Picture a league where players are owners rather than just employees, with earnings that are so high they seem unreal. But here's the thing, it might actually happen.
You want to have a league that makes money and pays you millions of dollars. Come over here to the XX League.
The XX League isn't just about increasing salaries, it's also about giving players a say in how their league is run. After all, who knows what players need more than the players themselves? This could be a game that gives the athletes who define the sport their own power back. You may be wondering when this league will even perform well, but that's the beauty of it. The XX League may compete with the WNBA or operate in the summer, but either way, it offers something that the WNBA hasn't been able to provide: financial stability for all of its players.
Of the richest men in the world who's not named Rothschild, Elon Musk. He needs content for Twitter, which he's trying to turn into a rival for YouTube. Caitlin Clark is that content. Women's basketball is that.
Remember how we discussed how WNBA players must play overseas to earn a living? The Double X League has the potential to change all of that. Picture a world in which women's basketball players can concentrate on their game all year long without worrying about their next paycheck. That's the kind of security the league promises.
An XX basketball league on X. See, now you got two X's that equal women, a basketball league that is broadcast on Twitter. Caitlin Clark is that powerful. Elon Musk and the right partners have enough money to pull this off. It would be monumental.
However, this is when things start to become really fascinating. Recall that Caitlin Clark recently received a $10 million endorsement. This could be the start of the 20 League, which could be based on celebrities like Clark using their fame to attract sponsors and fans alike. It's not about one player becoming successful. It's about raising the bar for everyone.
Vision of basketball? Can they present something that makes more economic sense than the woke WNBA? The WNBA is not a business. It's a political tool. This needs to be explained to all of the players that they're sabotaging their own economic future by allowing the WNBA to be a political tool.
Sense you know what's absurd? This league has the potential to attract larger audiences than the WNBA because it offers something fresh and exciting. It's more than just basketball. It's a movement, and people want to be a part of movements.
You sit down with Caitlin Clark. You sit down with, yes, Angel Reese. You sit down with Aaliyah Boston. You sit down with Juju Watkins. You sit down with Gino Auriemma. Yes, Gino, the coach of UConn. And you say, hey guys, let's do business. Let's make a big pile of money. We have a rare gift here in Caitlin Clark. We have fans that clearly want to see Caitlin.
Let's now discuss the potential implications for the players. The 20 League offers a completely different perspective on women's sports in addition to the carrot of higher compensation. One of the ideas being floated is that if you want a league that generates revenue and pays you millions of dollars, come over here to the XX League. That's a pretty alluring offer, don't you think?
I'm going to tell you who's going to do this. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia or some foreign country is going to, they can see what I can see. Man, there's a lot of momentum behind Caitlin Clark and women's basketball. Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, the people running the NBA and the WNBA, they are idiots. They don't know how to maximize this Caitlin Clark gift. They don't know how to take advantage of this moment. Hey, we can do it. No different than, hey, we bought up some golfers for the Live Golf.
However, it's not just about the money. It's also about respect, recognition, and the belief that we deserve better and will work to earn it for ourselves. When you consider game changers in women's basketball, you can see the kind of mindset that has the potential to significantly alter the landscape of women's sports. Elon Musk is definitely not the first person that springs to mind. But what if the tech billionaire's most recent action had the potential to permanently change the sport? Prepare for an unexpected collaboration.